It's time to reveal our mystery guest and the contents of this mystery pack. 25 45s in there that we're going to reveal. Now, our mystery guest. His career began at an alternative music station in WBER, that's in Rochester, New York, 1992, followed by radio stations like WLLW, WNYR, and Geneva, New York. He's been a wedding, party, and school dance DJ, hosted trivia nights. Why? Of course, he loves the music, but he loves the stories behind the records even more. From the music expert retro countdown, welcome, Jeff Michaels.
Hello, hello.
I don't know if you can see that, but
Oh,
that's our stack of 45s that we're gonna be going through. Now, every one of these is, well, old, but we're gonna be prospecting for some gold, and Jeff, you're gonna be the sole judge of what's gold. The first one, it's off of Columbia Records, Dave Mason, harmony and melody, and on the other side, it's Bring It On Home to Me.
hmm, that's a non-top 40 one. That's one I'm not as familiar with. I mean, only you know and I know, and we just disagree. Geez, I'm not even familiar with that one, to be honest with you. It's a stumper for me.
Oh, that's all right, 'cause we're gonna run into a few stumpers if past experience indicates anything. We got 1 old and 0 gold so far. Oh, boy. Here's one I'm not sure of. This is off of Mulberry Square Records, Jesse Davis' theme, I Feel Love.
Probably from the Benji movie, I would think.
I'm guessing whatever that Benji movie is, I'm not familiar with that, are you?
That's the little dog, the little
Oh, okay.
terrier. I think Benji was. That would be my guess. So far, we're not doing so well.
Well, 0 for 2, we got 23 more to go. Well, you know what? I know we struck gold on this one.
Oh, all right, good.
This is off Capitol Records, and we got 2 great songs. The name of the group is Grand Funk,
Oh yeah.
Some Kinda Wonderful and Bad Time.
That's a reissue actually, because both of those were on their album "All the Girls in the World Beware." Some Kind of Wonderful actually had a B-side called "Wild," and Bad Time had a really, really odd long song called "Good and Evil" as its B-side. So yeah, that's a hits record. That's definite gold.
And I'm gonna sneak in a quick plug. I've had Mark Farner on twice on my show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna put the link to one of those episodes down below for the people to check out. And Bad Time was written by Mark Farner. So we got 1 gold. Here's another name. This is off of Zappa Records. So we know who the artist is. On one side, we've got Baby Snakes. On the other, it is called Dancing Fool, Frank Zappa.
Oh, Dancing Fool, a great track. Not to be confused with the Guess Who, the last big hit of the Guess Who. Dancing Fool was a disco spoof. It's a funny song. He's talking about got the chains and the chest hair and all the other things. I do like Frank Zappa. I definitely was definitely a mourning kind of thing when he passed away because he was so amazing. Very, very smart man.
One one of a kind. Is it old or gold? Old or
Oh,
gold?
it's gold.
So we've got 2 each. We got record number 5 is off the Rocket Record Company.
Oh,
Um,
that really narrows it down. Because unless it's Kiki D or Nigel Olsson, I would think I'm gonna guess it's either Elton or Neil Sedaka.
it is Highway 101, actually,
Oh! Oh,
and
they got
it's
me.
Every Moment and I Want You Again. I'm not familiar with that group, are you?
Not particularly, you would think it's country based on the name, I would feel like Highway 101, but no, I'm not familiar with that record.
Well, I'm gonna put it in the old stack if you don't mind.
Yeah.
3 to 2, old over gold. This is off of the Epic record label, big time
Oh,
record label.
yeah, that don't narrow it down at all.
On one side, it's Heaven Tonight. On the other side, it
Oh.
is Dream Police, Cheap Trick.
Oh, Cheap Trick. Oh, I like Cheap Trick a lot. Dream Police is a great record, definitely gold. And then of course the follow-up to Dream Police, Voices, is a great record as well. Yeah, I like them. I saw them live opening for Aerosmith, and they put on a great show.
What was that
Th
what was the album that they had over from Japan? What was that called?
Ed Budokan.
I saw them in concert right after that released or right before. They opened up for REO Speedwagon, who opened up for a
Oh.
Cleveland band by the name of Michael Stanley. It was a great night.
Oh, yeah,
Here
Michael Stanley, he was good.
are you familiar with Michael
Oh,
Stanley?
Michael Stanley had a hit as well.
This one has got the words "heavy" written on it. It's, it's B Baba Yaga. It's on the RCA record label, and Great Gate of Kiev. Can you see? It says "heavy" on it.
Heavy, huh? What's the artist name? Tomita?
Tomita.
Hmm,
Familiar at
yeah,
all with that?
wow. No, that is way different, wow. I'm guessing it's a heavier record, unless that's very heavy 45, is that
It's n
weighing you down a little?
no, yeah, it's not.
I haven't heard of it, so we don't know if it's, like, heavy like, the Black Sabbath or just, it's heavy rotation at that particular radio station.
But we know where to put it. It's not going in the gold pile.
No, no.
We're gonna keep right on going here. This is off of MGM, big time record label. The name of the artist is Jim Glaser, Glaser. On one side, we have "Turn to Me." On the other, it is "Woman, Woman."
Hmm. That's not a cover of the Gary Puckett tune, is it? Who are the writers of
You know, it's interesting you bring that up because as soon as I read that woman Gary Puckett had that as a hit back in the '60s, right? I don't know. It says it's written by and I don't have my glasses on. I think it's written by Jim Glaser.
Oh,
Jimmy Glaser and Jim Glaser and Jimmy Payne. Old or
no.
gold?
That'd be old. Yeah.
That'd be old. All right. This is a little bit heavier. It's off the Big Tree Records label. Name of the group is called The Neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of them.
Laugh on one side, and now's the time for love on the other.
Well, I think Now's the Time for Love was the, A side. I think, I remember playing that potentially as like an extra on the countdown because we do stuff below the top 40 that may not have hit the top 40, and that title sounds really familiar. I'd put it in old, unfortunately, but,
Put it in all, yeah. We're looking for looking for gold, so it's we can afford to be a little selective.
well, I will say there are times that you get something that didn't hit the top 40, and you sit there and you go, "How did that not hit the top 40?" I mean, there were a couple of, late '70s, early '80s tunes like, "I Melt with You" and, the Romantic song, "What I Like About You." They didn't hit the top 40, but you hear them on the radio still, and you do think, "Wow, that didn't hit the top 40? You're kidding me, really?" So,
What I Like About You didn't hit the top 40? I did not know
no.
that. Here we go. J.D. Souther, also called John David Souther. This is off Asylum record label, and it's the same on both sides. One is stereo, the other is mono, obviously, one for AM, one for FM. How long? How long?
Oh. I haven't heard his particular song called "How Long." I mean, like I said, with the other one, of course, Ace had a hit called "How Long." I've never heard that particular one by J.D. Souther.
I'm a guessing not
Yeah,
in the
oh,
gold.
I
And
I mean, some of these I probably, if I heard them, I might go, "Oh, hey, that's a good one to put as like a deep cut spin once in a while kinda thing."
it's off the Columbia Hall of Fame record label.
Has to be good then.
Oh, yeah. On one side, Go Like Elijah. Oh, there we go. Thunder and Lightning, oh, that song we know.
Oh,
Chai
yeah,
Coltrane.
Coltrane, yeah. Well, unfortunately, when you have a Hall of Fame thing like that, the other side's not gonna be much 'cause when the person has one hit, "Oh, that's a gold Thunder and Lightning. That's a great song."
That is a
I
great
love
song.
it.
She had such a great voice too.
Yeah.
Very distinctive voice. This is off of Capitol Records. The name of the group is Ashton, Gardner, and Dyke.
Oh, I've heard of them.
I'm Your Spiritual Breadman, interesting title, and Resurrection Shuffle.
Well, that would be the A side, Resurrection Shuffle. Yeah, that's a good song. I like that one. There's definitely I personally I'd put it in gold just because it's it's good catchy kind of tune and I like it.
The name of the record label is Spun Gold off of Asylum. Actually, Asylum Spun Gold. The Pretender on one side, Running on
Oh,
Empty on the other. It is, of course, Jackson
Jackson Browne, yeah.
Browne.
Oh yeah, I like his material. At least through about Lawyers in Love, I really liked his stuff. Um, Doctor My Eyes was great, and there are a couple other great cuts on that album. Running on Empty is a classic. I
It,
love that song so much. Definitely gold on that one. The Pretender, I wasn't as big a fan of that particular track, but you know, I do like Running on Empty. That was one of his biggest hits. But
uh, well, the name of the record is Solid Gold. That's the name of the record label. Uh, I recognize the artist name. The titles are I Just Want to Keep It Together, A Little Bit of Soap, Paul Davis.
oh yeah, that's the same song that Nigel Olsson had a hit with in 78 or 79. Paul did a cover of that one. And I think I think he either just missed the top 40 with that or he did hit the top 40 with that version. But he had a couple of songs before I Go Crazy that were popular and hit the top 40. Yeah, I have to put it in old. I love Paul Davis. If it was I Go Crazy, I'd be like, you have to list that as the first because you can't. There's aren't many '70s songs that'll top that one. I feel like.
When in doubt, we put it out. That's the rule.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because Paul was a great singer. He had so many good songs, but
Well, as coincidence has it, we have another Paul off the Columbia record label. I Do It For Your Love on one side, Still Crazy After All These Years. It's, of course,
oh,
Paul Simon.
Simon. Yeah. Oh, Still Crazy After All These Years is a great track. I like that one.
Yeah, I'm thinking gold on that one, right? Yeah,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
That's
I
just
mean, I will be honest. It's not my favorite Paul Simon tune of everything he's done. I mean, I've always liked 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover and Slip Sliding Away is a great song. And um, what was it? Late in the Evening. That's another great one that I love. But that's still a great song. And I don't know if you know this guy. I always love the story behind the song. Did you know the origin of his record Mother and Child Reunion, the title?
no, no.
He got the name of the song from a Chinese restaurant menu. And the Mother and Child Reunion, was the name of the dish, and it was chicken and eggs. And it was like, "Oh, that's horrifying." I'm like, "You can't be serious," but that's where that came from. And I said, "Well, Paul, you're a sick man."
It took me it actually took me a second to get the connection, but I got it. Wow, that's a great story. Here we go. It's off of Columbia Records again, Jeff.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, this is phew, yeah, this is a group. We have Too Late on one side, Do You Recall on the other. It is Journey.
wow, what's the album? You're gonna have to you probably get your glasses again,
Uh, I don't know if it
'cause that was one that wasn't as big for them.
taken from the album Evolution.
Okay, Evolution, yeah, that would have been '79. It would have same album with Love and Touch and Squeezin' on it.
Okay.
That must have been a follow-up that didn't chart or maybe, prior to the Love and Touch and Squeezin'. I'm not familiar with that one at all, and I do like Journey. The Evolution album is one of those weird ones because it was just that kind of like when they first got Steve Perry, he had Wheel in the Sky and Lights, and then it was I mean, Love and Touch and Squeezin' was their first big hit, but it's just that album wasn't as like it was like, "Mm, whatever." And then, they really started hitting, and, they hit with, Who's Crying Now and Open Arms, and another song I don't wanna mention because I don't care for it very much. Um, but yeah, that's a weird one. I didn't realize they had that as a single.
Old or gold?
Oh, old.
Gold
Oh,
or old?
old. Oh, only
Old, yeah.
because it
There
was just
too many great Journey songs, we don't need to worry about that one. Now this is a group. In fact, this very 45 has appeared in a previous mystery pack. It's a group I'm not familiar with. Maybe you are. On one side is Help is on the Way. On the other side, it is Thank You, Daniel Ellsberg off the Capitol record label. It is Bloodrock.
Oh, boy. When you said Help Is on the Way, I thought you were gonna say Little River Band. I was like, why would he not know them? I've heard of Bloodrock. Bloodrock had one very minor top 40 hit, which is a frightening song called DOA. It was in 1971.
Oh,
And it was a song about a plane crash. And musically, I love it. It's like the music behind the words and whatnot. It's really good. I feel like if they had released it at the right time at Halloween, it might have been a huge hit. In their first album, they had "Gotta Find a Way" or something like that, which was a really good record. But yeah, I mean, I like Bloodrock. I'm not familiar with that particular song of theirs. Yeah, that would definitely be in the old pile.
and before this mystery pack I got from Viking Records. I have a buddy, him and his wife have a record store, and they packages some of them together in this pack. I paid $4.99 for this. $4.99. The link, by the way, right down there. All right. This next one, we got, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 left, Jeff, just to let you know.
Okay.
Okay, this is off the Blue Sky record label. Very difficult to read. In fact, I'm gonna put my glasses on for this one. Okay. It's Don't Stop Loving Me on Both Sides. The name of the artist is Derringer.
Oh, it'd be Rick Derringer.
It'd be Rick Derringer from
Yeah, he released a few things under the name of Derringer. Um, it's not a bad track. I mean, it wasn't a hit. I mean, I would put it in the old pile just because it's not as well known. I mean, it'd be a shaky it'd be a shaky choice to say, "Hey, check this out, everybody." But yeah.
he obviously was with the McCoys. He actually was raised about 20 miles from where I was raised back in Western Ohio.
Oh wow.
All
I
right.
I like his material, and the McCoys were great. They had some great records too.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Here we go. A&M record label. Sandpaper Cadillac on one side. Feelin' All Right, Joe Cocker.
Oh. That's a song. There's so many versions of that particular song. And I mean, the Fifth Dimension had one on one of their albums. There was a group out of Rochester, New York, who was actually the first all-white band that would play their own instruments and write their own stuff to sign to the Motown label, a group called the Rustics. And on their one of their albums, they had a cover of that, which was really good. And honestly, while I like theirs of the hit versions of the big ones, the Joe Cocker one is just so good. It's so driving. I mean, it's a great version of that.
Of course, is that the song that the Belushi did with him on Saturday Night Live? Was it
Yeah.
Feel
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the one where Belushi came out and was imitating him and whatnot.
and you know who wrote the song?
Dave Mason.
Dave Mason. Yeah, we started off with Dave Mason, we got another Dave Mason. This has gotta be gold, right?
Oh gosh, yes. Oh, of course. That's
Joe
definitely.
Cocker. Feeling all
Oh,
right.
Joe is great. I mean, I've always loved his with a little help from my friends, and I mean, it's funny because I find that and Elton John's "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds" to be two of the best Beatles covers, where I feel like they best the original. I just I mean the Beatles versions I don't and I know somebody's gonna be like sacrilege, but it's just they're so much better, I feel like, and I've always found them to be great versions.
He also did She Came In Through the Bathroom Window, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah, which actually the Abbey Road medley is one of my favorites. I love the whole, like 11, 12 minutes of that, you know?
That'll be the only time I can use that song in an episode, I'm pretty confident. Here we go, the Edgar Winter Group.
Oh.
Edgar Winter Group, epic record label, by the way. Hanging around
Oh, I
and
know what the other side is.
what is it?
The other side would be Frankenstein.
Well, on this one, it's "We All Had a Real Good Time," actually.
Oh, that's strange. Wow. I wonder if they reissued it, for some reason. The reason I say Hanging Around was originally the A side of a record, and then Frankenstein was the B side, and DJs flipped it over. And, to which I actually tell about. I have an upcoming instrumental special on the countdown, and I remember I told about that. That's why when you said "Hanging Around," I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it's gotta be Frankenstein." "Hanging Around," I didn't think was a very good track at all. That would definitely go on the old, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't Derringer play with Edgar Winter at some point? I thought he
He
did.
produced on that album,
Oh, he
as a
did?
matter of he pro I don't know if he produced either of those songs on the They All Come Out at Night album, but I know he produced the song Frankenstein.
Y very good, produced by Rick Derringer.
Yeah.
Speaking of classic rock, ooh, A&M Records is the label. A Salty Dog is on one side.
Procol Harum.
Very good. What do you think's on the other?
I if Is it Conquistador?
God, you're good.
Is
I
it?
do
Oh, good.
you know your crap. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
What a great song.
Conquistador, it's so hard because you go, I mean, these are the a whiter shade of pale guys, but Conquistador is such a great song, and the live version, obviously, not which that is. Now, the studio I heard the studio version once, I went, "Oh, this is terrible." I'm like, "I'm really glad they redid it with the orchestra," and, oh, that is such a great record.
Definite gold, right?
Oh, gold, yeah, that's
Well,
right now, that's one of the top of the pack.
hey, I'm glad you mentioned that because at the end, I'm gonna ask, our viewers to tell us what their favorite song is that we revealed in this pack. Jeff, I'm gonna ask you to do the same. I'm gonna do the same. It's gonna be
Alright,
called the Top Shelf Pick. New
alright.
feature on our Triple Mystery Reveal show. Kama Sutra. Kama Sutra record label. Oh,
That could go a bunch of different ways.
yeah, yeah,
'Cause in the '60s, it was more of the bubblegum thing, and then, I mean, Gladys Knight and the Pips were on there for a while, and when I saw that, I went, "They were?" And then, of course, I think Andrea Trill was on that one that was on Kama Sutra, so it's a weird label, I feel like.
the Jaggers, were also on that
Oh!
label. Here we go. I as soon I'm hoping what the other side is. On the one side, it's "Oh, Mommy." Yeah, uh, the name of the artist is Brewer and Shipley. You know what the name of the song is.
Oh, yeah, One Toke Over the Line.
"One Toke Over the Line, Sweet Jesus." Yes,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's a fantastic, fantastic song. It's a shame that people get so
Ooh,
about certain topics and whatnot. I mean, I feel like I hear the song and I hear it the way it came out, and they hear the song like, do drugs," and it's like, that's not what they're saying. What are you talking about? So, yeah, I've always liked that particular one, which, some songs you can go, That's not really about drugs," and kinda hide it. That one, you really have no other.
no, no.
Like, for example, on a show I was talking about the "Pass the Dutchie" by the Musical Youth, the, '80s, hit from '83, and they made the song to sound like it was about food, which their version was, but "Pass the Coochie" was the original version, and it was about the joys of smoking marijuana. And, like, with "Pass the Dutchie," people sort of like, "It's about drugs." No, that version isn't, but the original was. So you could hide it, but on "One Toke Over the Lines," what are you gonna I mean, you can't even find a reason to, make it not about drugs, but that's gold all the way.
Well, we're not gonna reveal what the real meaning is, but perhaps the one title that, is completely hides what they're talking about is "I'm turning Japanese." Here we go. Gold or gold?
Oh, gold for sure, yeah.
We got a whole stack of gold. We're gonna go through them We'll go through
Well,
them
that's
so we
good.
can all vote off the Warner Brothers record label. Boy, yeah, yeah. On the one side, it says the theme from Billy Jack. I think you always know, but the one we all are familiar with is One Tin Soldier,
Coven.
sung by Coven. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a great tongue. Yeah, I like that one.
it really is.
Yeah, it's another one of the one-hit wonders there. I'd put it in gold. I mean, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it is a good type of song, you know?
It
It's
brings back.
funny because some songs you can say, "Oh, I don't like this," but it's still catchy, you know?
It's always interesting. These records. Sometimes they have people's names on them. Sometimes they have numbers on them. This one's got chart number 2 on it. It's got a date of 2/21/80, handwritten. That's all handwritten. It's off the Casablanca Record and Filmworks label. With Your Love on one side, the other one is Yes, I'm Ready. Of course, that's Teri DeSario
And KC.
and KC.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. That was a remake of the Barbara Mason tune from the '60s.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and yeah, hers was a hit too. I have to say, it's funny when you hear one version first, whether it was like I heard that one first as a kid because when that came out, I was only like 4, and so my parents had that record, so I heard it, and yeah, but then I heard the Barbara Mason one, I'm like, it's missing something. Yeah, I've always liked that particular version. I like duets myself, but yeah, that's definite gold there.
Drum roll, we're down to the last one, Jeff. The very last one. It's in the sleeve. It's off of Capitol Records. It's mono and stereo. It's the same song on both sides. The name of the artist, Moon Martin? No
Okay.
chance. No chance. I have no
Oh,
chance.
but Moon Martin had a hit in '79. That it wasn't not that one, but I've never heard that particular Moon Martin track. Another one hit wonder. You only had the one. So,
So I can safely assume that's going in our old pile.
yes, in the old. Yeah.
All right, now let's go back to the gold. I'm just going to go through the the ones that we included in gold, and then Jeff, I'm going to ask you for the top, the number that your favorite from the group. I'm going to ask our viewers to do the same thing. We'll call that our top shelf pick.
That was
One
12. There was 12 there for those counting.
for 4.99, by the way. Go ahead.
That's not bad. That's not bad because some you go to some record stores and they're like $5 per, and you're like, there's 8,000 copies of this here. It's okay, $5. I have to go. And I'll say, Dream Police is an honorable mention.
Okay.
I give that, and I also give Running on Empty a honorable mention. But I have to go with Conquistador.
Yeah. Okay.
I have to. It's such a great record, and there's no other one that I could pick out of that pack.
I'm glad you did because it made my selection even a little bit easier. There it is. My selection, only because, man, he came on my show. Mark Farner. Got to go with Some Kind of Wonderful. Those are
Oh, yeah.
that's
And bad timing, yeah.
and Bad Time.
Yeah.
But I like Some Kind of Wonderful a little bit better. Here we go. Those are our top picks. Remember, in the comments section, viewers, go ahead and put yours. Then, Jeff, you got a couple of mystery picks.
Well, I actually wanted to do two packs. The first pack is They're No Longer With Us. And actually both artists are no longer with us, but it's about people. On my countdown, we had a man, Gregory Leschishin, who was such a wonderful man, and he was a helper. He worked for Cashbox magazine in the '80s, and about 6 months before he passed away, he sub-hosted a show, and one of the extras he picked was this song, "Winter Melody" by Donna Summer. And this was a non-hit of hers. It was on her Four Seasons of Love album, but it's such a nice song. It's not disco. It's not like Hot Stuff or Bad Girls. It's kind of a nice, softer melody kind of thing. The other one I'm picking would be a number one Cashbox, number three Billboard hit from 1972 called "Precious and Few" by Climax.
Oh, pick a good Cleveland band, will you? Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah. Sonny Geraci was such a great man. I spoke with him a couple of times over email before he passed away. And when I was a kid, my parents had that 45, and I always liked both sides of the record. There's a rocker on the B side called Park Preserve. Well, Climax had about 50 songs they recorded over the course of time. Fantastic music. If you like things like The Association or, a little bit of rock to it, Bread is another one I could kinda compare them to, and they were like 50-50. They had some ballads, and then what Sonny said they wanted to be more rockers like the B-side of Precious and Few, and, the reason I picked that was because my grandmother used to hear it on the radio all the time on, like, a soft rock station we had in Rochester, New York when they played soft rock. And she would always call me, "I heard it on the radio today, heard it on the radio." And it's one of those songs that I've always thought about her and my grandpa. Just so that's a no-brainer to pick that pitch. My two sons, I have Noel, who is 9 as of now, and Henry, who is 5. And because of things like TikTok and YouTube videos and all these things, people using older songs. My son Noah likes Stranger Things, so he liked the Kate Bush song, and they used "Everybody Wants to Rule the World," I think, and so he'd play it for me, and this little bit of a song, I go, "Oh yeah, I know that song." And it's funny because this song's before I was born. All of a sudden, he's playing a game. And also he goes, "I love you, baby." And I kept going. And he goes, "You know that song?" And I go, "Oh my God, yes." Says, "That's older than I am." So, stuff like that.
Well, if viewers, if you like what you've covered in this episode, push that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Add some comments. Love reading the comments. And if you really enjoyed Jeff as much as I've enjoyed Jeff and his insights, you got to check out his show called The Music Expert Retro Countdown. Jeff, tell us about the show and how we can stream it and follow it.
Well, I did wanna show you very quickly. I have a shirt on. There's the thing right there,
There it
the,
is.
logo,
Got the spindle.
yeah, the it's similar to the Capitol Records label there. And, well, the show started back in 2011, and about 2019, I started shopping at the stations, and it's 4 hours every week. Generally 1965 through 1989, we pick a week in time and count them down. We use Billboard up to about July 4th, 1970, because that's when my idol Casey Kasem started American Top 40. I figured, why would you wanna listen to me when you listen to Casey do the same exact show? So I switch over to Cashbox at that point. And, we tell the stories behind the songs. We play a lot of extras. We do a B-side spotlight, the extended flashback, which goes 10 years prior to the date we're doing that week. We also do in memory of to someone who had recently passed. And and of course, WTRS plays it. We have a lot of other stations that does play it. And, a fantastic trip through time. But yeah, so we're on 25 to 30 stations. It's on all sorts of various times, usually starting Friday is the new week. Um, and then through Sunday to Monday. And if you go to the facebook.com/music expert retro countdown, it will list, here's what we're doing and here's the stations and when and the website you can tune it in on. And so, we've had a lot of fun doing it. It's, just a labor of love.
Among the, locations that you can find the show is on WTRSradio.com. That's the one Trip Rogers is the curator of that. You can also find an episode called Trippin' Up, where Trip and I go through some pop music trivia, primarily from the '60s and '70s. That show's on the same network there. Jeff, thank you very much for joining us.
You are welcome. I had a lot of fun. I love talking music no matter what it is, whether I know it or not, you know?
And to all of our viewers, thank you for viewing. Thanks for putting in those comments. And let's close with this. Keep your coffee hot, the records and memories spinning, and our conversation flowing. And you can start right now by watching one of the videos that you can see on the screen right now.